So we're going to start with Marvis, who we understand is over in West Blockton. Marvis, good evening. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight. We appreciate that.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, go right ahead with your question, if you will.
Okay, I've been married 37 years. I went with my husband 5 years prior to marriage. Okay, he has 3 kids. I have 2. And he doesn't have a will, and I've been trying to get him to do a will. And I wasn't asking for much. He have approximately more $100,000 that I know of, and I wanted the monies to be divided into 4. And all of us have property. Everybody keep their own property, and divide the monies up. But he's not willing to do the will. So the next thing that I see is divorce, and with that, I will lose my health insurance. So what do you say?
So I want to make sure I'm clear. So I want to make sure I'm very clear. So Marvis, are you saying that if he does not write the will, that you will seek a divorce, or you're considering seeking a divorce?
I'm considering.
Okay.
Okay. That does happen sometimes, Marvis. When you feel you're married to someone and you feel like they're not going to be fair to you in a will or to your children. I have had clients come to me and say, is divorce an option? I do think you have to think long and hard about that, because obviously that changes your whole family dynamic, a divorce, and you're not guaranteed to get any the property that you're seeking in the will, in the divorce, but the marital property would be divided. So my first question for you would just be the $100,000 I believe that you referenced. Is that actually marital property? I'm not sure the source of the $100,000 that you were referencing in your question. And so that would be my first question for you, is to think about whether that property would be divisible by the divorce court.
So help me understand this. So is the thought that if we get divorced, I at least know I get something, as opposed to if there's no will, I may get nothing?
Yes, you see this a lot in second marriages, where people have children from previous marriages, and maybe later on in life the person you married wants to leave all of their assets to the children of the first marriage, and maybe not give your children the same consideration, or maybe not provide for you. And perhaps you've given up things to be with the second husband and you don't feel it's fair, and you're afraid for your own financial well-being if that spouse passes and doesn't leave you anything. Mm-hmm. There, of course, probate law is a whole another section of law, but in Alabama, you normally, unless you've signed a marital contract, you're going to get at least 1/3 of that spouse's estate when you die. I mean, you would have the right to get that, and it's called a widower's share or a widow's share, and that might change a little bit depending on children and all of that, but somewhere around there. So it's not like he can completely cut you out of the will. And so I think the best thing to do, Marvis, in your situation, is sit down and have a really serious talk with a lawyer about your options both ways. What you could do if your husband died and didn't leave you anything, and then what you might be looking at if you were to go forward with the divorce.
Were you going to say something?
No, I was just listening.
Yeah, but you see that this is not uncommon to you.
It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon, unfortunately.
Okay, Marvis. Well, hopefully that gives you some direction, or at least some insight into what direction you should go at this point. Something she didn't mention, but a question with them. I think she said they've been married 37 years. Mm-hmm. If they got a divorce, is she entitled to alimony?
Yes, she is definitely entitled to ask for alimony. Now, in Alabama, you don't automatically get alimony.
Okay.
But, you know, if you've only been married 1 year, you can ask for alimony. Okay. The length of marriage is only one consideration. But the longer you've been married, the more likely you are to get alimony, assuming you are the spouse that makes the least amount of money. So it's based on need. Okay. And it's based on the other party's ability to pay.
Okay. And it doesn't matter, second marriage, first marriage, that doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Marvis, thank you for that question to get us out of the gate this evening on this topic of divorce and child custody.